Portsmouth has had a railway station since 1847, but this present Grade 2 listed station was built in 1866 as the terminus of the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. And in 1876 the railway extended to Portsmouth Harbour, and so the high-level through platforms were added. There's some interesting artwork in what I assume is the old booking hall. The ticket office windows now face into the main concourse. The simple design of the train shed here is now a useful space for passengers and for bike storage. There's the ticket office and ticket machines, but it's a shame there doesn't seem to be a cafe. During the 1980s, the station lost 3 of its 5 terminus platforms, and platforms 1 and 2 were redeveloped by British Rail in, shall we say, a none too sympathetic way. The style and the shape of the roof here is very 1980s and is reminiscent of many very dowdy old shopping centre canopies I've seen in the past. Here's the incoming working for Portsmouth Harbour. This is actually our train and we'll pick it up when it returns in just a few minutes. Right, let's go and see what we can see at the western end of the platform. And between the platform and the Guildhall stands the World War I cenotaph. And beyond the platform we can just glimpse the Spinnaker Tower on the quayside. And here we are at Portsmouth and Southsea, and what a tale of 2 stations this is. Look, platform 1 and 2, some kind of weird 1980s shopping centre bus station look, and then over there is Portsmouth and Southsea's original station, looking like some kind of French chateau or something like that. I had a little walk around the station, and now it's time to catch a coast-bound train, and I'm going to get the 12:33 to Brighton, and it's going to run all along the south coast of England. So I shall be sitting on the right hand side, and we'll see what sea views we can see, and yeah, see how it goes. Coming in ahead of our train is the Great Western Railway service that will run through Southampton, Salisbury, Bath and Bristol all the way to Cardiff. So let's wave that one off, and then we can have a look at our route for this afternoon. We'll swing north to exit Portsea Island, and then after that it's all eastwards through Havant, Emsworth, Southbourne, Chichester and Barnum. Once across the River Arun there's a stop at Angmering, and then at Worthing, and beyond many more stops as we run into Brighton. It's just 72 kilometres or 45 miles, but with all those stops it will take 1 hour and 19 minutes, thereby giving a rather pedestrian average speed of 54 kilometres per hour or 34 miles per hour. And here's our Southern Class 377. It's identical to the 4-car unit that just brought me down from London Victoria. And as I'm wise to these units now, I make a beeline for the rear coach where there is 2+2 seating and some nice tables, rather than the 3+2 in the middle coaches. And we depart spot on time at 12:33. The train runs down the ramp to join the tracks from the low-level station as we head on into Fratton. Fratton has had a railway depot since 1891, when motive power maintenance was moved from around the main Portsmouth station, and it is now home to the South Western Railway's train care depot. And we are back out over the Port Creek and onto the mainland. Apart from passing through on the train, I haven't ever been to Havant. I haven't a clue what Havant may have, as I haven't had time to stay and see what Havant has. So do let me know in the comments if you have or haven't been to Havant. Emsworth Station dates from 1847 when the line opened, and it does look splendid in the pale southern green. And by comparison, Southbourne is reduced to just a couple of waiting shelters. Chichester's 1846 station was completely rebuilt in the 1960s after it fell into disrepair. And you know, I think it's a pretty good example of a 1960s station. Barnham is where people will change for the Bognor Regis branch line. You know, I'm liking these old London, Brighton and South Coast railway stations quite a lot. Although one thing I'm not enjoying so much is the endless miles of suburbs that we are passing. These coastal towns now seem to be pretty much all joined up from here all the way to Brighton. Still, the stations keep on being quite delightful. And these canopy arches at Worthing are really lovely, although the rest of the canopy looks a little more modern. Lancing is the home of Brighton and Hove Albion's extensive practice facilities. And also nearby is Brighton Airport, which claims to be the oldest airport in the UK, as it was founded in 1910. And I think the most impressive part of the whole journey is when we cross the estuary on the 1892 Shoreham Viaduct. It has 16 spans and runs for 360 metres. Although now we're getting closer to Brighton, these stations are going to come thick and fast. So just a reminder that I am continuing to use my Southern DaySave ticket. That provides me off-peak travel on all Southern services for a whole day. However, as a comparison, an off-peak single on this journey would set you back £19.20. You can tell Portslade is a later station, having been resited and rebuilt in 1881. And it's interesting that it has no canopy at all. The station in use at Hove dates from 1893, and it has an impressive porte cochere. Impressive because it was moved from outside London Victoria as part of the redevelopment taking place there. And so that wraps it up for this little run down the coast to Brighton. The Class 377s are functional, if not exciting, and the number of stops and the average speed means it does feel more like a very long branch line rather than a mainline service. Still, I hope you enjoyed coming along, and if you have, then do join me again as I release trips such as these every Friday, with the odd bonus coming out on a Monday too. I'm going to continue along the coast to Eastbourne, and that will be part 3 of this little trip around on Southern trains with the DaySave ticket. But the Eastbourne train isn't for a little while, so I've got plenty of time to pop round the corner to the Evening Star and have one of their excellent beers. So until next time, it's goodbye from Brighton. Thank you very much for watching, and cheers!